it happens all too frequently where I'm trying to walk into a store and a man won't let me hold the door for him.
Right.
He thinks that it's, inappropriate for me to be holding a door for him, that it's offensive and belittling to him. And that's the thing that kind of hurts me, is it shows that some of them, they aren't doing it out of a sense of being good to one another. It's that we need them to do things because we're, inferior, and that it puts them in a place of superiority.
Hey guys, it's Kez. I'm here at the Los Angeles Women's March. I'm going to go and ask some men and some women what they're marching for today. Can you tell me a little bit about why you're out here today?
I support women's causes, especially regarding misogynist men like Trump.
I just think everyone kind of sees women as lesser and weaker and doesn't think that women can do just as much as men can do.
What are some rights that us girls are still fighting for to have today?
Equal pay is a big one. Representation, especially in government, also a big one. That's not legal, but it's cultural.
Right.
And yeah, definitely just lowering the wage gap, I feel like, would be the huge step.
How do you think we can lower the wage gap?
Legal mandates would be a fast way to do it.
So like making it illegal to pay a woman less than a man?
Yeah.
Don't we already have that?
I'm pretty sure we do. It's just about enforcement. Although, I don't really know.
I think women are, despite the fact that there's just been so much oppression for so long, we're just naturally better at being objective. And that's amazing.
Right.
To have to come from a place from being under a thumb, under a foot, and to still come out and want to treat people fairly and with equality. I just think on the whole, women are better at that.
A lot more men can be dumb.
You think so?
I mean, there's some pretty good examples of it.
Would you consider yourself a dumb man?
I consider myself smarter than the average bear.
The average bear?
Yes.
Like a grizzly bear?
If you want to get specific on the grizzly bear, then yes, I would consider myself smarter than the average bear.
Do you have like high self-esteem of yourself, or do you sort of put yourself down a lot?
I do struggle with depression, but my self-esteem is pretty okay, I think.
Do you feel like men generally objectify women and view them as sex objects?
Well, I consider myself heterosexual, and I'm attracted to women. Like you're very beautiful, I think.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Kezia.
Kezia. I'm Larry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Larry. So, sorry, you just threw me off there for a second.
Okay.
In my real life, I'm what they call a stone mover, which is a type of a spiritualist, a type of a native spiritualist.
Wow.
I'm not a holy man or a shaman.
Yeah.
I'm more like a helper. A stone mover, there are very few of us left. I might be one of the last ones. But you give me your prayer pebble, your prayer stone, once a year, a couple times a year, and my job is to deliver it to the wilderness.
And does that?
I've been doing it my whole life.
There's been a history of masculine energy taking a word that has feminine energy and giving a negative connotation to it, like calling something girly or something like that. Like that's just not okay. So little things like that, we can just remind everybody that that's a fantastic word, and you can call anybody. Go ahead and tell me I throw like a girl, and then get behind a ball and catch one.
Why do you feel like you struggle with depression?
I've literally been diagnosed with major depression.
Right.
And so it's just...
Like, is it a chemical imbalance, or are there a lot of things that really get you down in life?
It's a little bit of both. It's a chemical imbalance. I have been prescribed medication for it. And there are some things that have happened in my life that kind of would make people go like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah. How much pornography do you watch on a weekly basis?
Well, probably too much. I try to reduce the amount of pornography that I watch. I mean,
would you say like every day?
I'm not going to lie about it. I do watch it sometimes because I just like seeing men and women having sex. I mean, I enjoy it.
I've been doing it my whole life.
I don't think there's any qualities unique to men that women, like great qualities unique to men, women have them.
Are there some things that women are naturally better at than men?
I don't think there's any biological qualities like that, no.
Like having a baby?
Definitely that. But I mean, personality-wise, no.
So you think personality, men and women are exactly the same?
Biologically, yeah, but...
Have you ever dated a woman?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, you know what you're saying.
But yeah, okay. You're right. Yeah.
Our costumes are from the book and TV show The Handmaid's Tale. It's for anyone that doesn't know, it's about a dystopian future where women have no rights. Women are reduced to almost even lesser than property. It's rather bleak. So this is if you read the book and watch the show and then look at reality, look at the news, it looks closer than it should be.
Do you think that by watching porn it makes you view women more as sex objects, or do you think that it makes you go, wow, like I really value and respect women?
Well, it's like a sexual release for me because, I masturbate and then jack or whatever, and then I shoot my and I'm relieved. I can sleep. See, sometimes when you go to sleep as a man, and if you don't do that, then you have trouble sleeping because you get an erection during the night.
Right.
So it's a way to relieve the tension and relieve myself.
Science is a part of our everyday lives.
As a man, what are some really great qualities and traits that men have? You are Mr. Captain America, native Captain America. As a man, what are some really incredible traits and qualities that you have as a man?
I'm still kind of learning. There's a lot that I'm kind of a late starter as far as learning how to.
But it sounds like you did so many great things with all your stone pebbles.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do it every day.
Watch porn or repent.
Or repent every day. Sometimes.
Yeah. Wow, you must be on your knees a lot.
Yes, I am.
It would be just as good then if there was a man who was really empathetic and had a lot of feminine qualities to be president rather than a woman, because he still carries a lot of qualities of a woman, or does it need to be a woman?
I mean, that's a good start if there's a man with all those qualities, but there are a billion women that have those qualities, so let's pick one of those women just because we haven't had a woman yet. There are men with those qualities as well, but there's so many women with
we need a turn.
And so it's just
come on, guys. Let us have a turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about just you personally? What are some things that you feel like, I'm a man, and as a man I feel like I really excel in this area? Come on,
that's a bit of it.
Okay, what about women? What are some things that women are really great at?
Mysticism and magic and beauty and...
How come it was so much easier for you to say something good about women, but you couldn't think of a single thing to say about men? Are there some qualities that men are just naturally better at that they excel in?
I'm certainly going to complain that I'm just naturally not as strong as them. And when I need to lift that box of cat litter that weighs 40 pounds, it's certainly more difficult to do so. And I'm not too pleased about that part.
Right. But is there any masculine qualities that you see in men that you go, that's a quality that men just have and they excel in?
Honestly, I don't really know. I mean, aside from like my friend here said, when I can't reach the top shelf, I'll ask my very tall husband to come reach something for me.
So the only thing your husband's good for is reaching tall things. Do you think men and women are interchangeable? Exactly the same?
Equal, and races and genders, and so I have this overall perspective that it's hard for me to go, okay.
But it was easy for you to say something good about women.
Well, because women are mystical, magical, mysterious, and beautiful.
I think men are strong and powerful and I love them.
Women are even stronger.
It's ridiculous that, you probably look at the stats and it's 95% men have been in power historically. Right. So anytime you have a number like that, whether it's women,
you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. I'm not happy. I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that it's not.
I think that all the U.S. senators ought to vote yes.
Okay.
I think they should vote yes, and if they don't, we can put them to the guillotine.
What do you mean?
The guillotine. You know what that is?
Like the guillotine?
Yeah,
like
chop off their head. Exactly.
Wait, Trump gets his head chopped off, or the senators that voted no?
Yeah, I think Trump ought to get his head chopped off, and all the senators who vote no, too, yeah.
Wow. Are you saying that metaphorically or like genuinely?
We have guillotines. We can put one on the steps of the Capitol at Washington, D.C., and we can give the senators a choice. We can say you can vote yes on removal, or you can vote no and face the guillotine. And we'll have it on the steps, and that way we'll get to watch their heads bounce down the stairs after they get chopped off.
How do you feel about abortion?
I disagree with abortion. I'm a Christian, and a baby that's in the womb is God's creation. So a woman should not have an abortion. She should, if she gets pregnant, and it happens, and I know sometimes it's not intentional, but she should follow through with it, and then let someone adopt it. There are a lot of people that want to adopt kids,
Just a few moments ago, you were saying that you literally wanted to kill a human being, Trump and the senators, but then you're saying a baby is life, and you're a Christian and you believe that all life is sacred and you shouldn't kill life. How does that work?
Well, these greedy politicians need to die because they're so evil.
Right.
And they keep on ripping off the public. They don't do anything for us.
Right.
So I'm mad at them. I'm not,
So I guess you don't really believe that all life is sacred.
The wicked need to die, okay?
Right.
That's not sacred to me.
Do you see that you're full of like a ton of contradictions?
Well, like I said, everybody has their own views on things, and mine might be a little different than others.
All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you liked it, and if you do, make sure you like and subscribe. There's going to be a ton of more videos coming your way, so make sure you do that. Do you think that if you died today, would you go to heaven or hell?
I definitely go to heaven.